Yeah. All right. Keep going.
Okay. Well, we got one more thing here before we go into another break, and that is concerning, speaking of skin, the beast system.
Speaking of the beast system, beast system.
This is timesofisrael.com, and the headline here, using only skin cells. Israeli lab makes synthetic mouse embryos with beating hearts.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
An Israeli lab has grown synthetic mouse embryos with brains and beating hearts in an egg-free, sperm-free procedure that used stem cells taken from skin. The breakthrough, published on Monday in the peer-reviewed journal Cell. I don't like the name of that journal, Cell, like the movie.
What is represents a synthetic mouse embryo?
Yeah.
What
represents the first time that an advanced embryo of any species has been created from stem cells alone. Cell biologist Professor Jacob Hanna of the Weizmann Institute of Science told the Times of Israel. Hanna, whose team of researchers includes Jewish and Arab Israelis, as well as a Palestinian doctoral student, so it is politics, benign to politics, said that previous attempts had led only to blastocysts, or is it blastocysts? I don't know. Meaning the structures formed in the early development of mammals. Blastocysts have a tiny fraction of the million-plus cells that are in his embryos. Quote, "It is remarkable," he commented. Quote, "There was no sperm, no egg, and no uterus, but we managed to get embryos formed from stem cells alone to 8 days, a third of the gestation period of a mouse, with a beating heart," end quote. He said that the research could one day be used to grow artificial human embryo-like structures to generate cells for futuristic medical solutions. Scientists are constantly working on ways to use cells to grow organs for transplants. The obvious source for such cells, regular embryos, is seen as rife with ethical problems.
Yeah,
Hanna
no
said,
kidding.
Yeah. Hanna said synthetic embryo-like structures could be viewed very differently. They are similar to regular embryos. I like that logic. Hey, the synthetic embryos, they're like the regular embryos, but are not viable for implantation. He foresees a day when sick patients may give skin or blood cells for the growth of artificial embryo-like structures, which could in turn yield the cells needed to grow organs.
That is bizarre. So if you need a heart, you give some skin, and they basically clone you. They basically clone you to grow you a new heart.
Yeah. Whole new angle to the skin-to-skin contact of monkeypox.
Nice.
The key to Hanna's achievement.
Yeah. Wild.
It's crazy. And we're here. The key to Hanna's achievement is a special incubator system in which each embryo is in a bottle with liquid, and the bottle is spinning to ensure it does not attach to the side. The incubator creates all the necessary conditions for the embryo's development, including gas concentration, pressure, and temperature. The liquid, developed in his lab, gives the embryos all the nutrients, hormones, and sugars they need. And then it goes into some more history here. I remember we did report on some of this. I don't know if it was the same guy, but yeah, they had sort of been able to create the early stages of an embryo outside the womb. It was about a year and a half ago, maybe, that we reported on it. So now they've progressed to the point where they're like, hey, we can get a brain and a heartbeat.
This is like literally the storyline of The Island, the movie.
Haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just literally the storyline. They clone people to grow parts. Their organs. Yeah, their parts to replace them with. That is pretty interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
go.
A bit more stunned at this story than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I still want to know. So they're calling it synthetic because it's not viable.
It's
like, it won't.
I think it's a semantics thing. I mean,
yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like some vocabulary gymnastics so they don't have to say, yes, we're creating babies and then we kill them and steal their organs.
Yeah. Test tube babies at that. And this is the kind of thing, you know, in the woke context, is very dangerous in terms of, you know, MSM, men who have sex with men, having babies. You just give them a little skin.
Who needs women? Who needs women when you've got little synthetic embryos?
You heard it here first. The googly eye man says he doesn't need women, just needs some skin.
I didn't say that.
Some petri dish, and look, you can have all kinds of children.
Do it the old-fashioned way.